baby, give me your hand. Give me something I can remember. I feel like I'm in a Beach Boy commercial, ready to go to the beach. From 1973. Wow. Ask yourself, when's the last time you've seen a 1973 Honda this nice? This is 100% original, 1,582 miles on it. And usually when these come in, listen to the idle on this thing. It absolutely purrs the kitten. Go up by the cylinder head, listen to the valve train. Virtually silent. This is as close to a brand new one mechanically you're ever going to find. 1,582 miles. It's just been taken all the way down to the frame. I'll explain why in a minute. And completely mechanically inspected and tuned to perfection by the best in the business. Mark said nobody restores these better and is mechanically better than him. He went through the whole thing. He confirmed the tires are original, the turn signals are original, the paint's original, the seat cover's original, the bike's 100% original. He went through and did a complete tune-up on it. When he had it dismantled, he noticed there's a slight crack in the frame. They're notorious for cracking down here, so he completely dismantled it. We sent it out to the welding shop and had it professionally welded on the inside and reinforced, so we'll never have an issue there. The original factory paint still looks really nice. To find one of these that's not smashed up, usually the front ends are bent up, they've been bashed off-road and the pegs are all bent and stuff. This thing is all original, never been used off-road, only on the street, and everything works exactly as you'd expect it to, like a brand new motorcycle. The first time I rode it down the hill here, I almost went over the handlebars and I hit the brakes. The brakes work like brand new. I couldn't believe how strong the brakes are, being drum brakes. That's because Mark had it apart and he cleaned and inspected everything. So going over the work order real quick. He did the compression test. It's a perfect 148 PSI after adjusting the valve clearance. So the valves are adjusted perfectly. He changed the engine oil, adjusted the clutch release screen and lock nut, cleaned and oiled the air filter foam, lubricated the drive chain, adjusted tire pressures, adjusted the brakes, installed and fully charged a brand new battery, replaced the tail lamp bulb, replaced the left rear turn bulb, disassembled the left and right turn mounts to make sure the grounds were perfect and repair the ground on one of them. We removed the tail lamp and the rear fender to route the wiring to the tail through the tunnel under the fender where they're supposed to be. Remove the timing advancer to disassemble, clean, and inspect and lubricate. Walk around the bike a little closer to show them something else to look at. Remove the point plate to repair the wire insulator. Clean the points, set the gap in the timing, check the spark, it's perfect. Test rode it. Didn't like the way it was carbureted. It wasn't running perfectly, and noticed that the frame had the crack. So that's when after doing all that work, he went right back to ground zero and completely disassembled the motorcycle right down to the frame, took the engine into the frame and sent the frame to the welding shop to have it professionally welded. So you can't even tell it was done. It was done on the inside where you can't see it. So then he reassembled the complete bike, put the mirrors back, replaced the mirrors. I guess, are these new mirrors on here? I'm reading the work order, I'm not sure. They may be brand new mirrors, I'm not sure. Put a new exhaust gasket on it, and then he did a complete carb clean and adjust, and he has some pictures of that with the carb completely dismantled. Put new fuel lines on it and test rode and confirmed the operation of the clutch, transmission, brakes, and handling, and everything's perfect. Total of 18.5 hours plus parts. The work order came to $1,987, a $2,000 work order, which is a small price to pay to return a classic like this Honda back to its original perfect mechanical condition. So what's the value of this bike? Well, we're going to auction it off, so we'll let the market determine the value. But I can tell you the last one we sold an orange one with 3 times as many miles on it. The orange version of this sold for $4,350. To have one of these restored, a frame off restoration typically is about $5,000. So $4,000 to $5,000 to do a frame off on one of these. I'd rather have an original like this, unmolested original, than one that's had a frame off. Everything's tight on this bike and it runs beautifully. So I'm going to take it for a quick test ride. So stay tuned and we'll show you how she runs.